that we are up here on our own. Hi. So I guess we're doing the old-fashioned question system thing, right? I hope everyone... Colin, hi, good to see you.
I didn't think he was coming.
No, he just likes to surprise people and then sit in the audience. He's very keen like that. So I guess I'm hoping that you have some searching questions for us, and we will give you some...
Searching answers?
Yes.
Not sure what that means.
I don't know that, but we're gonna make it fun. Okay. Hello and good morning, Miss Red T-shirt.
Good morning.
Hi.
Guys, welcome to Toronto.
Thank you.
So a fun question. What is your guys' current ringtones?
Current what, sorry?
Ringtone.
Oh.
Mine's the annoying the one that everybody in the world seems to have chosen. So when your phone rings at an airport, you see 15 people die for their bag. And do you know, it's funny you should mention that, because I thought, I think it's time to change my ringtone. I feel a little too old to have some sort of cool pop song, because otherwise it looks like I'm just sad. But I think I may have to just be sad and change it to Uptown Funk by Bruno Mars, just to show how funky I am. Emily, what is your ringtone?
Mine's like the old school phone tone, which is equally as boring.
Ring.
Yeah.
We're really original like that.
Yeah.
But thank you for an original question. I don't think I've ever been asked that. Cheers. Hello.
Hey, it's me and Jared.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Back to you. Hi.
Just stay right there. Hello.
Hi. So you both have gotten to play different versions of your character. So Emily, you got to be Belle and Lacey, and this season, Sean, you got to be a naughtier version of Robin. More of a scoundrel. So which version do you like to play of your character the most? The good one or the little naughtier one?
Ladies first.
I mean, yeah, I love playing Lacey, but it was only one episode, so I guess I missed that and would have loved to have done more, but, you know, my heart lies with them. So, you know, but yeah, Lacey was fun, and, you know, it is nice to do something a little different when you're playing the same character for so long, but I guess the beauty of this show was that though you're the same person in Fairy Tale Land and Storybook, there was still, you know, many different elements, so it kind of kept it fresh.
The same. It's lovely. I love the original real Robin, but obviously one of the appeals of coming back was getting to explore a different side of him. And I've said many times, it's often the villains that get the really fun lines and they get the kind of juicy stuff, because when you're good is great, but it's kind of a little vanilla, you know, whereas bad is mint chopped chip, you know, it's even sprinkled. And also I really took pleasure in the fact that I got to exercise a different side of him and actually see how the writers were going to write for this sort of alternative universe version of him. So, but I have to say, I love the original Robin because I love what he stands for, and I love that he's a good role model and that he doesn't always do things the legal way, but he does them the morally correct way. And not that I break the law, but I kind of like that. You know, I think we all know what the right moral thing to do is, even if it doesn't adhere to the law. So I'm going to stick with my original guy. But thank you for your question.
Thank you.
Oh, Belle and Jared. No, Belle and... That's what I meant.
Since you both have children, and you play Disney characters, and Disney's very, like, advertised to children, what characters do you aspire your children to look up to?
Oh, what a great question.
That's a really good question. It's your question, isn't it?
Good stealing. Do you want to go first?
No, you first. I need to search.
Well, my son's just starting to get to that age where he's, you know, recognising characters. He's never seen Once Upon a Time, and he doesn't know that I'm Robin Hood. He doesn't kind of get that. There's only one thing that he's kind of interested in at the moment, and that's Star Wars. Star Wars, Daddy, troopers. And ironically, he loves stormtroopers and Darth Vader and Chewbacca. He's not really into Luke or Han. He likes D2, 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 and he likes 3PO, but yeah, he likes the baddies, which is kind of weird. So, I don't know, I'm hoping when he's older he'll look up to the slightly more moral characters, but at the moment, I don't know, maybe he's just got a bit of a dark side to him. But I'm hoping when he gets a little older that maybe we can show him the show, but at the moment I think he's a little too young to sort of see me on screen, because he's seen me once or twice and he doesn't quite get it. He's sort of like, Daddy. So, I don't know, I hope he'll like Robin Hood, but I don't know, he's a tough critic, we'll have to wait and see. Your turn. Ooh.
Yeah, my little one, she's only one, so same kind of thing, that she's not into anything yet really, except just putting things in her mouth. I don't know though, and it's interesting for me too, because I didn't grow up watching Disney stuff at all. Well, that's not true. Live action Disney, like Mary Poppins and stuff, but I didn't watch any of the animated stuff. Just wasn't into animation as a kid, so I don't know, maybe she'll be into it. It'll be fun to find out. I don't really know yet. But yeah, it's nice. Wait, this is a good one over here.
I didn't have a question. Hi.
So last night at the karaoke event, we had a little bit of like a 90s throwback. So what was both of your favorite 90s television show?
90s shows. What did they do? They sung a lot of 90s songs, is that what you mean? Last night?
Yeah, so Tub Thumping and
We need to look up YouTube for this.
No, I'm just trying to think what TV shows I watched. I remember I was a kid in the 80s, so I watched the A-Team and Knight Rider and Street Hawk and The Fall Guy and, you know, all of those kind of Saturday afternoon, evening shows. I loved all that. But in the 90s, I was working, so I was sort of making TV shows and just running around trying to keep all of that kind of going. So I don't really remember. My childhood thing are all kind of 80s stuff and the shows I just mentioned, but I actually kind of think of a show that I liked in the 90s.
Well, I used to like Friends.
I loved Friends.
Yeah, when was that? When did that
Friends
start?
was the 90s, wasn't it? The 90s?
Yeah.
94 to 2004. So yeah, I think everybody liked Friends, didn't they? I mean, I always thought if I was out of work or things weren't going well, I'd just sort of put like one of the compilations, or, you know, like those where you just watch one after the other and just while away the hours, because I just felt that they were our friends. It was like a warm blanket.
Sounds so long.
It does. It was a very lonely existence for me in the 90s. But yeah,
My friends.
I'm also a comedy. I'm a big comedy fan, and I don't know if certain things transferred to Canada, but I was a big Rick Mail fan. He used to make shows like The Young Ones and Bottom and things like that. I just liked anything that was a bit rude and kind of saucy, you know. So yeah, and I also liked stand-up comedies. I was on tour a lot in the 90s as a singer, and so we'd sit in a bus all the time, you know, driving 4 or 5 hours. So we just watched stand-up comedy after stand-up comedy, because it's just, it's unbelievable how better the day goes when you get half an hour of laughing in the morning. I actually recommend it. If you've got time, get up, watch half an hour of really good comedy. It puts you in such a great mood for the rest of the day. Because let's face it, the world's a bit of a dark place at the moment. If ever there was a time we need a few laughs, I think now is it. So that's your doctor prescription from Dr. Maguire. Start your day with a healthy half hour of comedy, and then you can tackle all of the horrible stuff that's around the world. Emily?
I'm just imagining you as an actual doctor.
No, you trust me.
Yeah, I watched a lot of. Okay, so Friends, which we covered, I guess, but apart from that, I watched old shows. I was a weird kid. I mean, I'm still weird, I guess, but I guess I am.
I'm not saying it. I'm not saying that. Weirdo.
I would watch I would watch old Hitchcock movies. I'd watch documentaries about murder. I would watch Bewitched, I Dream of Jeannie, Fawlty Towers. I Love Lucy. I kind of didn't, I don't know, I wasn't, not that I was restricted to old television. I would, actively find these old shows. And I suppose if I tried to semi-analyse it, it would be because it even more, we all watch anything to sort of be transported to a different space, or time, or feeling, or whatever. So I guess maybe it did that a little bit more for me than watching something current, but it was also real as opposed to animation. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you for your question. Oh.
Hi.
Hi.
My friend Bex met you guys last weekend, but she didn't get to ask you this question. She wants to know what your go-to dance move is.
Go-to dance move. I generally consider myself a pretty appalling dancer. So I fuse my dance with comedy. So whenever I'm dancing, people are like, you're a terrible dancer. I'm like, no, it's my comedy. This is how I'll tell you an embarrassing story. When I was about 13, 14, going back to, do you remember? You wouldn't remember, but there was a song called Ice Ice Baby by Vanilla Ice. You may have heard it. How embarrassing is this? Me and my brother Darren and my cousin Mark and my cousin Edward learned the dance routine to that. This is true. And then did it at like a school, they were called school discos then. They'd get like a place like this, but less opulent. And we took it upon ourselves. I guess it was the height of Backstreet, New Kids on the Block and stuff like that. And we did it. We did this routine and people gathered around and watched us. And we thought, yeah, we're really cool. Little did we know, people were just standing there going, when this is over, we are going to ruin them for the next 20 years. And even when I get together with school friends now, they're like, you want to get up and do an old Vanilla Ice for us or something? I'm like, let it go, it's been 20 years. But people really won't let it go. So that's my immediate thought of, it's like, running man. It looks like I'm having some sort of seizure. So that is, I'm afraid that's the answer. I'm going to get the final answer. That's what I'm going to go with. Embarrassing Vanilla Ice running man. Emily, beat that.
Nice to see you.
What? You can't steal my Vanilla Ice moves. Come on. You were MC Hammer.
No, I guess my go-to move is just I don't have one. Is my answer that I just do.
You're a ballet dancer. You must have some good.
That's kind of what. I'm not going to do that when I'm like, how? What do you mean?
I would be impressed if somebody plied while they were on the dance floor.
That's so stupid.
I would say there goes a classically trained dancer.
That's what you would say in heels. Doing that.
Well, really, in heels is even more impressive, I think.
No, yeah, but you're right. Yes, okay. My background is ballet, not acting, so I have such an imprint of that being dance to me. So if I'm out like party dancing, which doesn't happen like anymore.
Ooh, party dancing. Just as a subject matter, let's come back to that.
It's a real
Party dancing. When I do party dancing, things are very different. I enjoy a good party dance. Back in the day, I would show my moves. Thanks, I've been practicing.
Yeah, but yeah, so I'm kind of a crappy dancer for normal dancing, I guess.
She's very good, she's being honest.
Moving on.
Thank you for the question. Please tell your friend who missed asking us what a tragedy that she missed this wonderful answer. Hello, familiar face, how are you? Good, thanks. We could carry on, but there's people here.
I have a question for both of you. If you could have dinner with any three people, alive or dead, who would it be and why?
That is a great question.
Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, I'm going to go off the top of my head, just because I'm going to forget them. Hitchcock, Audrey Hepburn, and Gandhi.
I wonder whether Hitchcock would try and put his hand up Audrey Hepburn's dress or Gandhi's first. It's because, I don't know if you know this, but Hitchcock, I'm a big fan, but he was a bit of a... He wasn't altogether the nicest guy when it
He's
came
not
to
one to look up to as a
well, I think he'd take
individual,
one look at you and he would be like, hello, yeah, okay, alright, thanks for the dinner invitation, let's go in the back room. He was a bit of a saucy git, he really was.
No, but he was also not really good filmmaker.
He was a very good filmmaker, but you know...
I'm separating my...
Hitler was a good watercolourist, he doesn't make him a good note.
He's not a good note. She's a good
What,
woman.
you think Hitler wasn't a good bloke? So we've cleared that up. So in case any ambiguity, Hitler, not a good bloke. Hitchcock, good filmmaker, a little on the racist side. We're going to go out there and we're going to say, Hitler was a bad bloke. You can feel free to tweet that. Very good at organising, but not a good bloke. That's a good answer. We are going to take this act on the road. 3 people I'd like to have dinner with. Gosh, there's so many. I love George Harrison almost more than any celebrity in history, just because he was just an amazing, philanthropic, kind, gentle soul and an incredible musician. So I think George is always going to be in there. I think because I'm a very politically minded person, I would love to sit down and have dinner with Barack Obama right now and just say, what do you make of this now, huh?
Yeah, right.
I mean, we're taking people's medical rights away, we're taking food away from the homeless and Meals on Wheels, we're taking away, I mean, anything good and decent, we're just, no, let's throw that in the bin, those rich people need more money, quick, quick! So I'd love to know his take, because obviously he's a statesman and can't speak as openly as, but I'd love to know behind closed doors what he would make of this and where he sees the future going, because I feel a little worried at the moment. And at the third one, just to make it interesting, I think, God, there's so many people to choose from. I suppose William Shakespeare would be a good one, because he was a rather good writer, and he was humorous, and he was clever, and had a great understanding of the human condition, and it'd be kind of interesting to see George Harrison talking to Shakespeare, talking to Obama. I'd be like, lads, if you could just keep your questions to a soundbite, media-friendly size, but it'd be really interesting to know, because there's a rumour among scholars that maybe Shakespeare never wrote his plays. You know, that there was an elder statesman that was far more educated and all of that. So it'd be kind of fun to test Shakespeare and go, just speak in iambic pentameter if you can do it, you know, which I'm sure he can. But so yeah, those 3 people, I think, around a dinner table would be really interesting. And also say to them, what do you want to eat? Because, you know, it'd be kind of interesting to know what they would choose. I mean, if Obama went for McDonald's, I'd be hugely disappointed. So, and Shakespeare would probably say a leg of mutton or something. So, I don't know. Yeah, I think that would be my interesting, off the top of my head, fictional dinner table guest. But you can come too.
That's quite intense, Sean.
Wow, you know, how lovely. Hello.
Hello. So my question is for you. I want to know about Sean. Sorry. I'd like to know more about the experience you had with Colin developing By Hook or By Crook, and what kind of inspired you to do it, and if it's available anywhere.
Do you know what? I'll tell you the story. Me and Colin, there's a lovely little brewery place called Main Street Brewery, just around the corner from where we both lived in our respective houses, before that gets confusing. And we were in there on a day off, having a pint, and these guys that run it are really nice. Some of them are English, some of them are Canadian, we just got along with them really well. And they said, do you want to have a look around and see how it's made? And to me and Colin, that was like, do you want to have a look around Charlie's Chocolate Factory? We were like, yeah, that'd be great. And so we were looking at it, and it's kind of a fascinating kind of process of alchemy. And then Nigel, the guy who runs it, said, if you wanted, you could. We're going to make a new beer this year. Do you guys want to do it? Now, obviously, me and Colin don't know the ins and outs and the science of how to make it. So we had this guy called Jack, the master brewer, who had a fantastically lustrous beard. And so he essentially said, well, what beer would you want to make? And I said, well, it's got to be something that we would drink, because I don't really like ales or, I'm a southern London guy, so I like lagers. And he said, well, we might go for a Czech Pilsner. And I said, me and Colin both agreed, yeah, that'd be great. And so they basically let us, we were a bit like children, really. Well, actually, if you've seen the video on my Instagram, Colin basically does all the work and I just do all the talking, which is kind of our relationship, really. So Colin's doing all the heavy lifting, like the good, tough guy that he is, and I'm just going, what are you doing there, Colin? Yeah, tell me, what does this smell like? And so we had a really kind of fun day, and then it was like our little science experiment. It was like our little child. Every 3 weeks later, we we'd go in and they'd show us how it's fermenting and how it's distilling and all of that, and it was great. And I said to Colin, I think we both came up with the idea that, you know, if anyone wants to buy this, and if it makes any profit, then we should obviously give those profits, as it's being made locally, to a local charity. And we got in touch with the Vancouver Women's Charity, which is for women that are fleeing domestic abuse and things like that. And it's such a great charity, and it's such a horrible thing to think of a mum fleeing in the middle of the night with a child, and you know, with just the clothes on their back. And it really broke my heart when I said, well, what do you guys need most? And they said, socks. The little babies have those socks. And I was like, geez, come on. So it just worked out really well that we, the brewery were very clever and saw that there was quite a high demand, and so we decided to make t-shirts and sweatshirts and all of that, and we ended up making I think we made something like $15,000 or $20,000 for the charity, which I was so proud of, because not because of us, but because of you guys, the people that went out and bought it and supported this great charity. So it's something that, if we can, we're going to try and do it again, but maybe we'll make a whiskey, or maybe we'll make another beer or something. But it was a really, really fun process, and thank you to anybody who's out there or anybody that's on social media that supported it, because it was a fun endeavour and it was a great cause. So thank you for your question. Thank you for that smattering of applause.
My internet best friend and I just rode for distance, and she has a question. She wants to know how much your relationships with the cast affected your life.
Quite a bit, I think. I mean, I can't speak for anybody else, but I have said many times, I genuinely love all of my classmates. It's an amazing group of people, and if nothing else, you know, I've got to make a bunch of new friends. I mean, Emily and I, Bex and I, Colin and I, like everybody, Lana, you know, we are all blessed to have had the kind of friendships that we've developed from the show. So that's probably the thing that I've taken away, that I'm overjoyed about most.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. It's not often that you get, because it's quite a big cast. You know, it wasn't like there was 3 of us, and always for me, especially, I was working with, you know,
Bobby.
different people. Yeah, Bobby a lot, but with different people all the time, and that's really nice. And yeah, it was something that is still special to have. You know, especially doing these kind of things. You know, we're all traveling around together and got kids together now, not together.
I'm going to be so careful. Emily said Sean and him have got kids together. Shocker.
And Sean and Colin live together.
Yes.
But yeah, no, it is special and it's really nice, and something that I hope never ends. You know.
I think that you know, doing these conventions, they're a lot of fun to meet you guys. But I think, if I'm honest, we probably wouldn't do them as much if we didn't all really enjoy travelling together,
Totally.
going out and having dinners together. You know, all of that stuff. It's a real. You know, sometimes people, for a public reason, say, "Oh, we all love each other," when really behind closed doors they don't. But my hand on my heart, I really genuinely love the cast, and getting to travel with Emily, or getting to travel with Rebecca and Mark, or getting to, you know.
It makes it fun. It's nice.
It's kind of like a school trip, you know, and it definitely strengthens the bonds and the friendships that we had. I don't think, because, you know, we're off work, we're not bound, we don't have to be together, but we choose to be together because we enjoy each other's company, and it's certainly made us closer friends. I think
it helped the show though too. I think it helped.
Definitely,
You can see that.
Yeah,
when you watch the show, I think it would be a different show if everyone hated each other.
Yeah.
It would be very different. Might not have been on for so long. Who knows?
Yeah, I think that there's a willingness to carry on, and there's a more effort and more love put into it when you like your fellow co-stars. So.
I also I heard that Sean likes Hamilton, right?
I love Hamilton.
Can you say something for us?
That was a good sucker punch. Did not see Do you know what? There's a song. Dear Theodosia, to say to you, you have my eyes, you have your mother's name. When you came into the world, you cried, and it broke my heart. That's as far as I'm going to go, so I get that. I can't get through that song without welling up. As a new dad, it's just such a beautiful song. And in fact, I had tickets for Hamilton, and I was shooting when I came back to Once Upon a Time, and I'd already bought my overly expensive tickets, and I checked that I wasn't working, and then they called and went, "You've got to do reshoots, you're needed," and I missed it, so I still haven't seen the show. So my love for it comes purely from the soundtrack, and I'm not even a musical fan, but there's something about the show, the lyrics. I think Lin-Manuel Miranda is an international treasure, and I think that this Hamilton, I think, is going to be our generation's Les Miserables, you know. So if you haven't bought the soundtrack, even if you're not a fan of musicals, I highly recommend it. I'm not getting paid for that. It's just, oh, Hamilton. They're in a week. So yeah, I love it. It's absolutely incredible. Thank you. Hi.
Hi. This question's for both of you. Both of your characters have been portrayed in different ways throughout the past, through Disney and a bunch of other movies. So, did you watch any of those movies or TV shows or anything that has had your character in it to get an idea of what you're supposed to be like?
Like prior to starting the job, I hadn't actually. I had not purposely not watched Beauty and the Beast, but I just hadn't. Like I said before, I just didn't watch animation. So I hadn't seen, or any other. I hadn't seen anything to do with Belle, really. I mean, I knew, and I knew the story. I could sort of tell someone what it was about, but and therefore I made the decision to not purposely watch it, though, when I did, get the call to do one episode I was going to do, which was all it was going to do to start with, and it's kind of nice because I didn't want to be trying to mimic. I wanted to mimic the story, but not mimic somebody's portrayal of it, and give it individuality. And as the show does as a whole, it really does give its own spin on all these characters while staying true to the basis of the stories, but not trying to just do it again with different actors and scenarios. So, which was fun.
I believe it or not, I still haven't even seen the Disney Robin Hood movie. Obviously, I said that before, and people were shocked. But I think because I have a 1.5-year-old boy, I'm going to watch it with him at some point, so I'm kind of looking forward to seeing that. But like Emily said, there's something about taking on an iconic character that makes it quite difficult to not feed other people's incarnations of it into your own. Obviously, I've seen many TV shows, movies where Robin Hood is featured, but because Tom Ellis had played the character of Robin Hood on this show before me, I wanted to just separate my version of it from anybody else's, and also the writing really informs how you're going to play it as an actor. So I just thought I've got to kind of find a way of making him my own, and by doing that, that was just a way of just trying to make him a real guy, rather than an icon or a legend or a hero. I don't think if there ever was a real Robin Hood, because there's still some debate about whether he was a myth, a legend, or a real guy. I wanted to make him a living, breathing, flesh and bone man with flaws, and that's really dictated by the writing. So I didn't. I purposely stayed away from other people's versions because I wanted to kind of put my own stamp on it, really. But I am looking forward to watching the Disney Robin Hood version at some point soon, because, let's face it, Disney often doesn't get it wrong, so I'm reliably informed it's pretty good. So yeah, I'll let you know when I've seen it. Thank you.
Hi guys. So I would like to know, what is your best childhood memory?
That's there's a lot to choose from.
That's a good thing that we have good memories.
Yeah. Gosh, there's so many things. I mean, there's moments of. The first thing that comes into my head, often I think the first answer is often a true one. When I was 10 years old, I'm one of 6 children. There was only 3 or 4 of us at the time, but when I was 10, hello, sir. And my father took me to New York, just me and him, for the first time. And I got to come to New York and see the Statue of Liberty and their then Twin Towers, Empire State Building. And I think because I'm one of many children, to get that unique, special time, just father and son, that will always remain a very happy, special, treasured memory for me.
Yeah, so first thing came to mind for me was we had quite a lot of land growing up, not a farm, but a couple of acres, and we had horses and chickens and cats and dogs and sort of everything. And it was just me. I've got 2 older half-sisters, but they had already moved out when I was little, so I spent a lot of time outside in the garden and with the animals, and I used to go and help. I'd sit in the chicken coop and help the baby chickens hatch, because I felt like it was so stressful for them when they started pecking. So as soon as I'd see it crack, I'd sort of just help them open it. I'd sit there with them, make sure that the mummy took care of them, and yeah.
Aww, Emily. That's so sweet. I'd like to change my answer. I once delivered a baby goat, and it turned out to be a magic goat. We all lived happily ever after the end.
I didn't say my chickens were magic.
Well, I had to go up again. Thank you for your question. Are we being told?
We actually went over time, but it was all worth it.
Oh,
It was wonderful.
Sorry if we didn't get to your question, but thank you all for coming and being gold